let's now continue our progress here in Europe, as we are closing in now on the halfway point. And since I decided to leave this until afterwards, I think it's now time for me to finish off the Coupe series by going after the third prototype of this game. So, face-off 1 here at Continental Run, and the car I'm going to use for this... You know what? Let's use the Dominator, just because I figured this would be an easy way for me to get the prototype, and also because this is the only car I have not used in the Coupe series up until now. So I figured this is probably the best time to use the Dominator, now that I think about it. Everything in that run was going so well, until suddenly, as I honestly would have predicted, the whole thing... I just T-boned him. The whole thing was just totally and unequivocally ruined by traffic. And no, I did not get any aftertouches either. As a matter of fact, I rarely ever get aftertouches in terms of when I wreck my car. I just cannot seem to get the aftertouches more consistently. Which, to be quite honest, I would like to have more consistently, but I don't think I will have more consistently because there is just no way that the consistency is going to hold together. And that's part of the reason why. Honestly, if I wreck again at this point, I'm just going to restart again because I cannot go on like this. I'm trying to make my runs not shit here, and yet, for whatever reason, my runs basically do feel like shit. Because I'm trying to keep up with him, but at the same time, I'm also trying to make sure the traffic does not totally slaughter me in the process. Which, in all honesty, is about as hard as it sounds. Literally just trying to dodge the bullets every which way, if possible. And then trying to see if it's possible to dodge the potential carnage. Which, as you might have guessed, is a lot harder than it looks. Okay. It's okay, we're fine. We got the Coupe prototype, and he still hasn't finished yet, so he must have wrecked somewhere. Oh well, let's move on. Anyways. So, not quite as many burnout points, but I still get 3 takedowns in the end, so it's fine. We also get a new car as well. I also figure, whilst I'm on Continental Run, I might as well do a few more events in Continental Run as well whilst I'm at it. So here is the car we unlock. The Coupe prototype. Which is basically an upgraded version of the Coupe Type 3, more or less, is what I think. Cool. Anyways. So we get... okay, 2,000 200 burnout points, is that? I think that's what it is. Anyways. And a total in the end of 6 takedowns. That's if you account for the previous attempt. Anyways, there we go. Our first event here at Continental Run is now done. And we will also unlock a special event once we are done with these next 2 races. And Face Off 2 will not be unlocked until we are done at Coastal Dream, which I think is in Asia. Anyway, let's move on to this. So I've used the Type 1, the Type 2, and the Type 3. So, oh yeah, I also used the Custom Sports as well, and the Assassin Sports. So, I think it's now time for me to use the Sports DX. So, yeah, let's use the Sports DX, since this is the only sports model I have not used yet. And also because the other ones are locked, so I might as well use this. Alright, let's go. In my Sports DX, it looks as though it's going to be a sprint, from what I can tell. And already, that is my first takedown of the race so far. So let's now try and see if we can get at least a few more takedowns before this thing is all said and done. And that is my second takedown, now on the Type 3, as I am now behind the... I think that's the Assassin Sports, if I'm not mistaken. Although it could have been the Type 2. I think it was the Assassin model as far as I could tell. But anyway. I am leading, and I already have 2 takedowns up to this point, hopefully with at least a few more to come before this is all said and done. And also... Hey, that's now my 3rd takedown. I must have psyched him out. That's probably what happened there. And I'm now on the takedown rampage. And I think that's now 5 takedowns I've had in this race so far. So I think it's fair to say that in terms of protecting my lead so far, this has actually been a pretty good race. Unfortunately, however, I don't get any burnout points in sprint races for putting together perfect runs. Aha! You are not wrecking me this time. As much as you want to. Also pretty sure I haven't wrecked that guy yet, so... I don't know if I either have or haven't delivered a takedown to him yet. Oh, he's gone. And it doesn't matter, because I narrowly cheat death. And I think that's now either 5 or 6 takedowns. And what do you know? I put together a perfect run. Because I did not wreck once. So there we go. 2 minutes 15. The longest drift I had was 700 feet, and I spent over 1,200 feet in the oncoming lane. Oh, 7 takedowns in the end of that, and 6,000 burnout points. Cool. So we have now unlocked another event. And... not yet. These are the stats now. So, up to 494,600 Burnout points. And 7 takedowns in the end, bringing my total up to 475 on the global takedown total. So we've now unlocked another event at the Riviera, which is another road rage event. You know what? I'm gonna leave that until later on. I have a few more events to do on Continental Run first. So now it is time for race 2. And this time we are using the tuned sports. Yeah, let's race this thing in white. I don't see any problems with that. Let's drive the tuned sports in white. Soft, white, flesh and all mine. Bwah! I should also mention I got that quote from a Paul Newman movie. And I immediately get wrecked. Okay, so one thing I've learned is, if I'm going to win this, I cannot afford to get wrecked early on. Because that is precisely how I dropped way behind the leaders. And how I lost by as big of a deficit as I eventually did. Alright. Now we're getting some numbers on the board. As I have now put together 3 takedowns. And hopefully I can put together a lot more. Or at least a few more, if possible. Because I would want that to be the case. If I want to succeed. Hopefully I will. Since I am actually leading the race this time. And I've actually got a fucking chance now to spread my legs. So it means I can actually fight with these guys. Compared to before when I almost couldn't. But it's okay, because most of the field wrecked with me, so it's fair to say that was basically a get out of jail free card, more or less. Even though none of it was an aftertouch. Oh well. Damn it! I hate it when that happens. At least I can say the field is close together. So it means I still have a chance at this thing. And it also means that I might be able to hold my ground. Providing I can somehow do that. Okay. Doing well so far. Can I manage to hold on to the race lead this time? I sincerely hope I can. And I only just. It really does suck to say that this game for the racing does not have the replay mechanism anymore, because if there was replay action from these races, I have no doubts in saying they'd probably be great. They would just be amazing replays to watch, is what I think. So a new car unlocked, and 2 new events. I wonder what those are going to be. We shall wait and see. I'm also pretty sure we got an award as well. Anyway. Yeah, let's save the game now. I reckon we're moving forwards far enough now for me to save the game. So what do we get? Well, first of all we get the tuned sports, which means I have now driven most of the sports category cars in this game. And a total in the end of over 4,000 Burnout points, I think. Anyways, 5 takedowns overall if you account for my previous attempt, and we're now up to 480. And we have now got another special event unlocked, because I keep earning golds. And we have also unlocked the Sports GP as well. Amazingly. Okay, anyways. So we have one more event we can do here at Continental Run, and this one will not be unlocked until we're done with Coastal Dream. So that's about the only other event I can do at Continental Run, aside from the event at Riviera, which I will get on with some other day. Anyway, let's get through our special event, which I would assume is going to be a timed run. And this time we are using the Oval Racer Special. Cool. I don't think we're unlocking this car, by the way. Yeah, let's drive this thing in red. I reckon this will be okay for a colour combination. Ironically, another car which I think has returned from the previous Burnout game. At least I think it has anyway. They're hitting a top speed with boost of 200 in terms of miles per hour. And I immediately wreck in true NASCAR style, basically. Okay, that's better. Still 6 seconds off, but it was definitely a better run than last time. So, I was able to motor my way through most of that run and put together one that was good enough for me to eventually come away with the silver. And now I need to try and come away with the gold. Which is probably something I would have had my stock car not had the urgency to just literally go off the road and straight into the top of the tunnel, which is basically what happened before. With all my bullshit. And why the run itself was not as enlightening as I would have wanted it to be. But again, we still have time, so I reckon this isn't going to be too hard. I just need to put together a run that does not result in me crashing, because that's how I got the gold on all my other runs before, and at the moment we're actually doing okay, because I'm managing to stay out of trouble long enough for me to put together what's essentially a solid run so far. But depending whether or not that holds, only time will tell. But we're looking good for now, so maybe we'll get there. And I think we will get there by 5.7 seconds, or thereabouts, or more specifically by 5.69 seconds ahead of the gold time. Nice. And I think this means we have got another postcard for simple translations. At least I believe that's what it is. Not yet. Let's keep this one going for now. And yep, we do have another postcard unlocked from Continental Run. Cool. And we are now just 200 points behind 500,000. Although unfortunately we don't get anything. Anyways. So, we have one more event to do here, I think, and then we should have the Dominator Sports. So, you know what? How far ahead of this are we? Okay, let's see. So, okay, so we've done all but one event at Continental Run, and we have another Road Rage event at Riviera, and then after that we've got one event to do at Alpine. You know what? Let's do the face-off event first, and then I can do my struggles with the Road Rage event afterwards. And I think for this, I'm gonna use... yeah, fuck it, I'll use the custom sports again. I like the fucking custom sports. This car actually does look pretty good, from what I can tell. And if we win this, we will get the Dominator Sports. So, let's see how we do. And it's a 2-lap run, so this is probably not going to take long. I just need to make sure I don't rack myself too much. And already I come away with an advantage over the Dominator. So, I think that pretty much tells me that we're moving along nicely at the moment. Okay. And we are doing pretty well at the moment. And he nudges me, but I will make sure to nudge him back. Hey! He paid the price. Because we just went past a toll booth. I literally forgot there was a toll booth there. But, damn it. At least I can say the signature takedown made... At least I can say the signature takedown made sense. I'm pretty sure that now puts us up to either 6 or 7 on the signature takedowns. So I think that basically means that we are moving forwards with the signature takedowns. Anyways, 1 lap down, 1 lap to go. I'm so glad to say the first takedown I got in this race was a signature takedown, because I did not think I was going to get something quite that good. But at the end of the day I did. And now because of that, I feel grateful. I might also consider doing some more crash events in the Far East once I'm done here. Although it also depends on how hard the Road Rage event is going to be. And that's now Is that 3 takedowns or 4? I think that's 3. Anyway. We are doing well at the moment. Yep, okay. Okay, damn it. And he went past the toll booth as I ran straight into a fucking van. Oh well, I'll just have to take him down to get back in front. And he took himself out with the median. I'm so glad I did not hit that car. My life flashed right before my eyes there. I really thought for sure that was going to be certain death. Anyways, I win. I have now got the Dominator Coupe, who just finishes now. Alrighty. A new car unlocked and a new award unlocked, and in the end of that, 4 takedowns along with just under 3,000 burnout points in the end of that. Cool. So, where does that put us progression-wise? I'll have to check to be sure. But anyway. So, this is it. The Dominator Sports. And this thing overall, it actually looks pretty cool. Anyways, let's go through the rest of our stats. So, less than 3,000 burnout points, putting me now up to 502,000 on the global burnout points, and 4 takedowns overall, putting me up to 484, as well as 1 signature takedown. Paid the price. And I can definitely say the Dominator muscle literally paid the price. Anyway, there we go. Alright. So, I think what we're going to do now is, we'll do our last event here at Riviera, which is another road rage event. And then we'll be clear from Riviera. So, I used the custom sports once before. I think this time I'm going to use... Yeah, why not? Let's use the Dominator. I reckon the Dominator Coupe should be okay with this. Sorry, the Dominator Sports should be okay with this. And we need 14 takedowns for a gold. Hopefully this should be easier than that other road rage event I did yesterday. Yeah, these cars are definitely fragile when it comes to the amount of times you can crash in these road rage events. Because you cannot afford to get wrecked too many times in this if you want to get the gold. Or before you reach the gold, I should say. Because the last 2 times, I've been very close. Because last time, I came tantalizingly close to getting the gold, and then yet it was the AI that basically killed my chances of getting the gold. Hey, double takedown. That's the way I like it, baby. It don't get much better than this. And now... Hey! It also provided an aftertouch on one of my other opponents. Okay, we're up to 8 on the takedowns now, so I gotta take these guys out now twice over, basically, which should equate to 6. And I've taken down one of them, and now I've just gotta do something that will formulate my plan to eventually reaching 14. Which is basically what my plan is. And nope, I am not getting steered into that wreck, if you think that's what your idea is. And I steer myself into a wreck. Oh well. We still have time. So it's not a total waste. At least that's as far as I know anyway. Now it might be a total waste. Because I wiped myself out. And at this stage, I don't know if I'm going to avoid wiping myself out before this is all over. I'm not particularly optimistic at this stage. At least not without getting conclusive proof. Yeah, my car is pretty heavily damaged now. Alright, we're just one left. I might be able to get there. I can just get close enough and avoid further karma. And I don't. But it's okay, because I get the gold right before I get totaled. Which basically would have totaled me. Yeah, double takedown. That's awesome. And that now puts me up to 17. Can I get 18? I'd really like it if I could get 18. And nope. And I run out of time. But that's okay, because I get the gold. 17 takedowns in the end, and 21,350 burnout points. Also adding on, of course, to the burnout points that I got from my previous attempts. But either way, there we go. Riviera is now cleared. I think that's also the second track in Europe which I have officially cleared. Excuse me. Anyways. And that moves my overall total up to 539. Not bad. Anyways. This is going to put me over 500, I'm sure it will. And 34 takedowns in the end of all that. Anyway, there we go. All 4 events at Riviera are now cleared. And we have another event to do down here at the vineyard. You know what? I will get through this. Actually no, on second thoughts I'll leave this until the next episode. So, how far are we up to now? Okay, 81, so I'd say we're about probably 5 or 6 events away from 50%. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, so we are now 45% complete. We have done another 6 events in this episode, up to 539,000 burnout points and 518 on the takedowns. In terms of our rewards, we've got 6 signature takedowns and we've cleared 7 crash events. We're up to 48 on the overall garage total, and we are moving along nicely. I also might as well showcase the signature takedowns I got, since I have not showed those off yet. Oh yeah, that was the first one, by the way, Snowed Under, that I got from a few episodes back. Paid the price, which is basically at the toll booth, and Gate Crasher. Although the most recent one we got was paid the price. And yeah. So there we are. Alrighty then. So 81 events now complete, and we still have another 92 events to go. Stay tuned.